Hi, my name is Colin Shaw. I'm the founder of Beyond Philosophy, and today we're continuing our series of interviews with Rob Frank, the Perfect Delivery Manager from Morgan Sindall Fit Out. So what have been the reaction of the work you've been doing with customers?
It's very difficult because we don't want to really tell our clients what we're doing. So it's almost like we'd like to give them an experience, and then without being prompted, for them to repeat what we're trying to do. And that will give us the best indication that we are achieving what we've set out to achieve. So we haven't prompted any clients, and we haven't measured it where we've asked them directly, have you achieved a great experience?
Sure.
But we've used the Net Promoter, where we're looking at recommendation, and we're measuring how often we would be recommended based on history, and then looking forward. Right. And we've broken that down, that Net Promoter, into the different aspects of the project. So the beginning, the middle and the end, and all the different touch points. And from that we can then gauge how good we are at the different points in the project.
So Rob, can you tell us how simple it's been to implement Net Promoter?
Relatively simple. Yeah, it is a simple concept, the Net Promoter. So for us to measure it, not even an issue. We just stuck it into one of our questionnaires, which we do with all our clients, and we've managed to get a score. Right. Passing that down to staff is a slightly different matter, because there's a bit of change management that goes on there in terms of getting people to understand how it works, what it means, and yet it's a simple question. There's a lot behind it. So we've spent a bit of time doing that.
So what has been the reaction of the employees to Net Promoter?
Well, the great thing with the Net Promoter, the first thing is we can show people that it's not only construction, it's any business. So that's been a plus. I guess people in our business like measurement, and with Perfect Delivery it's quite black and white, and it's quite clear. You measured against the 4 cornerstones, and you measured against Perfect Delivery, and it's a yes or a no. With the Net Promoter there's a lot more behind it, and some of the comments that come out of it add to the complexity of it. And at the face of it, people think it's just one question, and therefore how can it count for that much? So straight away they dismiss it slightly in terms of, well, it's only one question, why do we really need to put that much emphasis on it? But I guess once it's explained, and once we explain the complexity behind it and how much you can actually gauge from it, then people start understanding. And the simple arithmetic behind it, a lot of people don't understand that 67% exactly what that means. Sure. So once it's explained, people understand it a lot better.
So Rob, perhaps you could share with us what your Net Promoter score is today.
Our Net Promoter score is, if we take ourselves questioning our clients, sitting at 67%. If we look at it externally, so we've taken an external company who asked the question, it's sitting at, I think, 49. Right. So whether we take in between or whether we take 1 or 2, we have that measurement to use for future.
So Rob, we provided you with a series of tools and techniques over the period of time we've been working with you. Can you tell us a bit about what they are and how you've been using them?
Working with Beyond Philosophy from the start, right from the study tours in the UK and the US, we learnt a great deal. And I guess there's a lot of tools that go with all those study tours. And then we've done numerous seminars as well, and there's tools that have come from there as well. And then on the research, I had a good relationship with Stephen Walden, which means that I learned a great deal on what you have to offer. And I guess there's lots of tools that we've used. Probably the most prominent is the pyramid of emotional and physical. And in terms of, as you get higher up, it becomes more emotional, and you need that base layer. And we've used that in numerous slides. We've used it in all our workshops to explain to people the difference between Perfect Delivery, which is the product, and you have to have that, and then moving further, looking at the emotional side, which is the customer experience. So we've used that in great depth. Good. Other things that we've used, the moment mapping you spoke about, so looking at our deliberate experience, mapping out every touch point, which you guys helped us with, how we can improve that. In terms of the Getting It seminars, some of the live experiences of what customer experience actually is. Looking at companies that move in terms of customer experience from naive to natural really helped us, because it gave us a benchmark of where we think we are, or where we thought we were. And I suppose in terms of the research, that's where we gained the most, because everything was put into great diagrams. It was something we could understand and very easy to show people.
So the research we did with you was looking at the emotional side of that experience, and that's something that's not often talked about in the B2B sector, in the business-to-business sector, and very much not talked about in the construction industry. How has that gone down?
Two things really, B2B environment and then construction. People aren't really in touch with the emotional side of a decision. So very, very difficult for us to get that through, but unbelievably, very, very well accepted because of the research to back up what our clients are saying. And probably one of the biggest bits of advice I'd have for anybody would be, you need to do that research and you need to get it right, because it gives people the client's word. And you can't say, if you're driving your business towards clients' needs, if that's what your ultimate goal is, you want to satisfy clients, you can't argue against it. That's what your clients are saying they want. And so the research divided between qualitative and quantitative, followed a really great process, brought out the best from individual clients, and then the generic research that showed us how many of our clients thought of us a certain way, gave the staff the trust that we were doing the right thing, and that it was done by a third party, added to that, and that it was done in a professional way with as many clients as there were, and with the type of clients that we have. So we didn't cherry pick people that we thought would give us a good sign-off. We picked, we left it to you guys to pick, and so we got a really rounded advice.
Thanks very much, Rob. So there are more videos on this subject on our website, so please take some time and check them out.